Yo, I'm sorry, my bad. Yo, what's good, y'all? Project Mates. It's gonna be bam. I'm just kidding. Today we're gonna do a little video right here, man, giving our thoughts on the Elimination Chamber. I'm like, that's the laboratory. Elimination Chamber. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, oh my bad. Sorry, I was trying to position the angle pretty decently. But yeah, it's gonna be a quick video, man. Probably about 10 to 12 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you. Excuse me. The Elimination Chamber. It was not hitting harder than a 100-pack, giving us the thrill of a Rhino pill. Trying to see if I can get this light on, man. I don't know why. This light ain't on. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, guys, it ain't plugged in. That's why. I was like, what's going on? My bad. My bad. It wasn't plugged into the thing. My bad. Now we good. Anyway, go ahead, get our thoughts on the Elimination Chambers. I'm trying to get this video out quick. That's why I was rushing. Yeah, Elimination Chamber, like I said, it was not hitting harder than a 100-pack and giving us thrill of a Rhino pill, man. It was just one of those situations where the show was a letdown as far as it just did not really get us hyped and intrigued and buzzed, you know what I'm saying, for WrestleMania, which is what these PLEs are supposed to do. So anyway, let's just go into it real quick, and then I'm gonna basically make a chunk of this just me giving my thoughts on it. Start of the match, or start of the show, Elimination Chamber was the women's Elimination Chamber. It was Rhea Ripley versus Tiffany Stratton versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Kiana James versus Alexa Bliss versus Asuka. Got that out. It ended with this. First, Alexa got eliminated because Asuka hit her with the mist, where she spits the mist in the eye. Alexa got pinned by Kiana James, a little roll up after she got misted in the face, and then Raquel delivered the Tahana bomb into I think she powerbombed Kiana onto Asuka or something, or the other way around, and she pinned both of them at the same time. That was crazy for the 1, 2, 3. And then Rhea hit a cannonball off the top rope into Raquel, which was immediately followed up by Tiffany Stratton's prettiest moonsault ever, PME, for the 1, 2, 3 to take out Raquel. Rhea beats Tiffany Stratton with the Riptide 1, 2, 3, and now it is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Like I said, I'm gonna get my thoughts at the end. Moving on to the next match. I'm going to get my thoughts on every match, but first, we just got to get through the match first. Moving on to the next match, it was Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. All that happened in the match was, I think AJ Lee, or I'm sorry, Becky Lynch, I think for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. I think AJ Lee or somebody, or I think she ripped the turnbuckle pad off. The referee got hit by Becky. Becky DDT'd AJ Lee into a chair and manhandle slammed her, and that was a near fall. Referee did not get the 3 on that because AJ Lee kicked out, and it ended with AJ Lee having Becky basically hit the exposed turnbuckle ring post, and then she tapped her out with her Black Widow Octopus submission to become the new Intercontinental Women's Championship champion. Moving on to the next match, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Predictable. It just ended with Punk hitting Balor with a GTS. Moving on to the next match was the men's Elimination Chamber, and how it went was this. It started with Cody and Javon. Javon got eliminated by Logan Paul because he had a frog splash off the top of the chamber. And that led right into Logan hitting his pulverizer, where he flips the guy upside down and catches him into like a DDT maneuver for the 1, 2, 3. Then the next person eliminated, I think, was LA Knight. He had went for I think he hit a BFT on Trick Williams, and Logan Paul hit a low blow on the LA Knight and rolled him up for a 1, 2, 3. And then Trick Williams got hit with a crossroads by Cody. Logan threw Cody into the ring post and then pinned Trick for the 1, 2, 3. And then a mystery masked man that was a decoy tried to climb the cage, which didn't make any sense other than it being a distraction. But it led to the other masked man, the real one, to hit a kick and a stomp on the Logan, which led Cody to hit him with the 1, 2, 3. And the masked man indeed was Seth Rollins, as we all figured. It was need Seth Rollins, because he's coming to hunt down the Vision. And then it ended ultimately with Drew hitting Cody with a title as he interfered in the chamber match as well. But then Cody and Randy worked together to beat Drew by having Drew hit Randy hitting an RKO on Drew McIntyre, and then which immediately right into a crossroads by Cody, but then immediately led to an RKO to Cody for the 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton is your men's 2026 Elimination Chamber winner. Now giving my thoughts. First match was the women's match. I thought it was a pretty solid match. I wouldn't say great. It was a pretty solid to good match that had a nice flow to it. Never felt slow at any point in time. So good on them. And we all figured Rhea was going to win. By this point, I was 1-0 in predictions. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be a big match. Not just name value wise, but hopefully the build wise. Because if y'all have noticed, I've just realized this. This is actually fourth time Rhea is going for a world title at WrestleMania, like 4 straight years now. At WrestleMania 39, she went after Charlotte for the women's title, SmackDown women's title at the time. WrestleMania 40, she went after Becky for the women's world title, but she was the champion going into that. Then WrestleMania 41, she had a triple threat for the women's world title, and now for the WWE Women's Championship, she's going after Jade Cargill. So this is her 4th consecutive WrestleMania where she's going for the women's world title, and not sure if she's going to win it, but hopefully the build is good. They're 2 dominant women, and hopefully they can bring out just some great savagery on the microphone and even get in a couple, maybe a little bit of some, no pun intended when I say get into some brutality, because that's what happens at Rhea Ripley's beginning of the theme song says, "This is my brutality." But hopefully they can get some good build. They're 2 dominant women, big star feel, so hopefully we can get some good hype going in that match. Next match with AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I was getting pizza, so I wasn't able to really pay as much attention to the match. Like, I was watching it, but I wasn't all the way there. Match was okay. AJ Lee didn't look bad in there or anything, so that was a really good sign. And yeah, she tapped out Becky. I was 1-1 in predictions. I thought they were gonna save it for Mania, but maybe they're doing the reverse, right? Having Becky get it at Mania rather than AJ Lee and all that good stuff. But okay match, not really none too much to say about the in-ring match other than the shocker that I thought they were gonna do Becky retaining it and then having AJ win at Mania. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with the division, as they got Natty and Maxine in there. But I think you want to avoid getting that being boring. So hopefully they have AJ Lee mix it up with some new people. I say that as if they're really gonna have probably any other program but Becky Lynch. But hopefully their feud and build can kick up way better, so that it can really feel like a big time WrestleMania match, and they can just deliver to that degree, man, and deliver a better match than they did at Chamber. But third match was predictable, Punk and Balor going at it. It is what it is. Punk won. Roman, I think, tweeted like, I don't know what was more tired, the crowd or the champion. Hey, I'll see y'all, basically, because Roman's going to be there this Monday, which is going to be hopefully adding some hype to Mania. And he was like, basically, enjoy the month of the Tribal Chief, because I'm going to bring some actual hype to this show. And I'm like, Roman, I don't blame you, gang. You ain't even capping. The crowd was not like super loud or anything tonight, even though they're all a wrestling crowd. But anyway, nice interest though that Punk had with the Michael Jordan music playing, and then right into his music and all that stuff. And so that was pretty nice. But other than that, yeah, predictable match. We all knew what we were getting here. No offense, even though it was a nice match. But it was probably better when they had the match in Finn hometown, because it was a little more intriguing there. But anyway, got to keep moving on to get this video out. Main event. My criticism of the main event was it was a match that it was a fun ending, especially with Seth getting involved. That was fun. And then the RKO and Crossroads, the Drew, which right into an RKO to Cody. That was a fun ending. And I was 2-2 in predictions ultimately, because I got AJ Lee winning wrong and I got Randy Orton winning wrong. Even though I actually said Randy was going to win after my prediction video was uploaded, I was like, man, I actually think Randy's going to win now. But I kind of was like, you know what, leave it alone. We just lost that prediction. But anyway, only criticism I have of this match is I don't think these guys got time to cook. If anything, the entrances felt like, because they were all milking it and taking forever with the entrances. If anything, the entrances felt longer than the match, as far as like Logan was having, probably was supposed to be the Braun Breaker spot where, Braun probably spears everybody and pins them, looks dominant in the chamber. Then they had it be Bronson Reed, but he got injured. Then they took out Jay and now Logan, because they wanted to get a Vision member in there, so there was a reason for the masked man to reveal himself and interfere. But nonetheless, my only criticism of the match was, like I said, it was an match. Ultimately, I rate this PLE a 5 out of 10, because only half of it could you see some sprinkled in, some good in there, but the rest of it just very underwhelming, not really a show that you would go back and watch back, and fell nowhere close to the mark or bar that was set from last year's Chamber, which was one of the greatest of all time. But yeah, I didn't like the fact that Javon didn't really get a lot of shine. I mean, he did the splash off the chamber, but that was about it. They didn't have him really do a whole lot. Same with Trick. Just a lot of forgettable performances because Logan just pinned everybody so fast, which I wasn't against. I just wish there would have been people shining before that, before the pinfalls. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all felt about the chamber. I just had to get this video out quick. That's why it's so fast. But anyway, Lord, appreciate you all. Like, comment, subscribing. At the end of the day, what I say it is what it is. What it's going to be is this project. You can see to come out with the content, bitches, bangers. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you on the next video. That's all you need to know, and that's the vibe that DJ's on.